Hey, what's up guys, SPSnake here, bringing you guys another Advanced Warfare video here today. Today we are going to go over the patch notes that came alongside the new Ascendance DLC for Advanced Warfare. We're going to go over basically the key things such as weapon updates, playlist updates, spawn updates, things of that nature, things that are going to affect all of us. They have other issues such as little tiny fixes where there were certain issues with the Xbox 360 version or the Xbox One version or the PS4 that made the game crash or made it glitchy. You know, those little tiny stuff that they always include in the patch notes. Of course, it's nice that they're polishing up the game, but it's things that some of us may have never ever experienced. So we're not gonna go over all those things. If you guys are interested in those type of things, you guys can go ahead and click the link down in the description below. I'll go ahead and link the full patch notes so you guys can read each and every patch that was included in this update. So let's go ahead and get started. First, like I said, that it came alongside with the Ascendance DLC, so of course they added the new maps, which are 4 brand new maps, which I talked about in my last video. If you guys want to see it, basically all I talked about was each individual map, what I liked about it, what I disliked, which one was my favorite, that I think this DLC pack is worth purchasing if you guys are purchasing DLCs individually. How good is the OHM if you guys haven't had a chance to actually use it, things of that nature. If you guys are interested, link in the description down below and notation on screen. And let's go ahead and move on. So as well, they added a new playlist, which is the grapple playlist. This is a pretty cool one. Doesn't really make much of a difference of how it's going to play. It is pretty fun in killing people with the grapple because you can do that, and it's always fun to just roam around the map at a little bit of a faster speed. You don't want to be using the grapple 24/7. You can be caught off guard because there is recovery time in between when you finish the animation and you actually pull up your gun again. So you gotta be careful with that. But they added the grapple mode that's only for the Ascendance DLC. You can't use the grapple ability in any other playlist other than that playlist. And also they added hardcore mosh pit for the Ascendance DLC for the hardcore players. They have also added 10 variants for the OHM. Before, when we were able to use it, there was only 2 variants, the regular, the default one, and the werewolf variant. This time we got 10 more, which 2 of those are most likely to be elite. I haven't been able to actually acquire one, or I haven't even seen anybody use it, but it's out there. You guys can get it through supply drops or advanced supply drops. So good luck. If you guys have one, you guys can go ahead and tweet me a picture. That would be pretty cool just to see the stats of this weapon. But moving on to something a little bit more interesting, the weapon updates. Now there weren't many. There were probably like 3, 4 updates. You guys are seeing them on screen. I don't really even consider one of them to even be in major update. Didn't really find much of a problem. I didn't even notice it, and that is the Atlas 20mm sniper. The snapper, it now has the correct magazine size, which, like I mentioned, unless you guys are hardcore snipers, most of you probably didn't even notice, like myself. They also fixed an issue with the OHM shotgun mode. It would have no spread at all, so it would basically feel similar to the KSG from Black Ops 2. Just one bullet would kill them almost every single time. Very powerful, and like I said, exactly like the KSG. The next patch is on the MP443 Grotch. They added the laser sight attachment, which I don't understand why they did that. Was this something that was very popular? Did people actually want this? Was there a request for this? At least in my point of view, I didn't really desire to have the laser sight attachment on the MP443. I haven't even used it. Like, does anybody even use secondaries? That is the big question of the day. Now, another one, this is for PC people. They removed the frame rate link to the continuous fire of the EM1. I have no idea what the hell that is because I do not play the PC version. Now, I'm not sure how many of you guys are actually even interested in gun game, but they have added gun game medals to the combat record, which, to be honest, I don't really even care much about most of the medals on the regular playlist. Gun game is probably one of the things that I wouldn't even care at all, because it's a game type that I feel like it's supposed to just be fun and a little bit competitive, but not something that you're going to really take too serious. Now they also, apart from adding the medals to the gun game, they also have added the ability to actually join with a party. This was something that many people were frustrated about. I didn't notice it because many people on my friends list don't even play Advanced Warfare and didn't really care for a gun game, but definitely it's a good fix because they have increased the party size from 1 to 8, which now you're allowed to play with up to 8 players and have fun with your friends, and I think that how it should have been since the beginning. Apart from that, they added loot variants to the weapon tiers, which is actually really cool, to be honest. I didn't know why they didn't do this in the beginning. It's just so cool when there's like weapons with random attachments, with funky setups. Now with the whole new variants in Advanced Warfare, it makes it even better. Maybe you have the MP11 with a ridiculous fire rate, something like the Squeaker, or this also gives the opportunity for people to actually be able to use some of these variants that they haven't unlocked. So that's something pretty cool. I think that's probably one of the best things they have done with gun game. Maybe I'll give it a try just to see if I get something, you know, one of the variants that I don't have in my inventory and I could be able to use it, you know, compare it to my other variants and stuff like that. I think that'd be pretty cool. So anyways, they also adjusted the spawn logic for free-for-all / gun game, which is basically the same thing in my personal opinion. Also, they adjusted various spawning logic for domination and also for search and rescue, which, to be honest, I don't understand when they say adjusted various spawning logics, because that can mean that they took one spawn away, or they just kind of shifted a little bit or made it so that the influence whenever you go inside the enemy spawn, they'll spawn in a different spawn area. So, you know, it could be a good thing, it could be a bad thing. I just don't know, and it's very, very hard to tell unless they give you specifics, or unless it's a really drastic change that you are going to notice. For the most part, these little tiny adjustments, they're probably not going to make much of a difference. It's just not going to happen, because a lot of the times if the map doesn't have a good layout, the spawns, there's really not much you can do about it. The spawns revolve on how the map is laid out, how the flags are located within the map, on the objectives, things of that nature. So once the map pretty much sucks, to fix the spawns is going to be very hard, and it's most likely, like I mentioned, not going to make much of a difference. Now that's pretty much it for the ones that caught my eyes. There's other ones that may have caught your eyes. So again, if you guys want to see the full patch notes, you guys can go ahead and click the link down in the description below. But hopefully you guys did enjoy this video. If you guys didn't, drop a like, that'd be hella appreciated. Make sure to subscribe if you're new, and thank you for all the support. You guys have been amazing. Take care, guys, and until next video, peace.